Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. Coming to you live from the beautiful Grand Princonian here in downtown Winter, California. What a beautiful, beautiful day. Got so much to be thankful for. So much to be just enjoy. Well, and one of those things is that God is the answer. Please join me. God in me, and in everything I see God in you, and in everything you do, God is love. As long as the stars are above, love is mine. As sure as the sun will shine, feel our hearts, know our minds. We are the stars, see how we shine. We are the light that shows the world. God's the answer. God's the answer. God's the answer. God in me, and in everything I see God in you, and in everything you do, God is love. As sure as the stars are above, love is mine. As sure as the sun will shine, feel our hearts, know our minds. We are the stars, see how we shine. We are the light that shows the world. God's the answer. God's the answer. God's the answer. God's the answer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. My name is Reverend David Clark, and I'm the senior minister here, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here for this wonderful Father's Day service that we have. And in light of Father's Day, I'm afraid I'm going to have to pepper you with a few dad jokes. One in particular comes to mind. Do you know why melons have weddings?
Because they cantaloupe.
I'm out of here. I thought that was going to stump them. Like, they're never going to get this. Yes, because they cantaloupe. Oh my goodness. Let's just move on from the jokes, okay?
Yes. One more. Yes, please.
All right. I got one more.
Oh boy.
I got one more. You know, I doing some work around the house, and I hired a handyman, had him come over, gave him a list of things to do, 5 things to do, relatively simple, but they're things that I didn't want to do. So I gave him this list, and he only did the first job, the third job, and the fifth job. I'm like, what the heck? And he said, well, I only do odd jobs. Yes. On that note, I don't think you can take any more. Maybe we'll have another one later on, but for now, we'll keep you stable. And let's turn our attention to the victorious. And everybody say, Billy is back.
I'm back. I'm loving it.
You look so happy.
No, yeah, it was such an amazing experience. I can't think of anything that I've done in my life that was as difficult and as rewarding as that. And you guys, your support was just so important to me, and I just really want to tell you how much I appreciated you guys coming down and seeing that show. And it just makes me feel like it's going to go somewhere else, and I think
Broadway.
it's the beginning. Yeah, we'll have to all meet up to Broadway, because I'll be able to watch it with you.
We'll be there.
Yeah. Yes. And speaking of
oh my gosh,
driving up, we've got a couple of cool pictures. We're so excited. We were so excited to go up and support you, Billy. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes, we are so very proud of you.
Thank you so
Did you
much.
sleep for a week?
Oh yeah, and then when I got back home, this is the first day I felt normal. I drove back on Tuesday, and then I was basically in bed on Wednesday, Thursday. It was just, so I didn't even realize how exhausted I was.
Yeah.
Kind of running
Well,
on
there
the
was a lot of adrenaline.
for 8 weeks, yeah. And there was a sickness that went through that right after you guys, your performance that you guys saw, the next 2 sold-out performances had to be canceled because the guy who was playing Spaghetti got sick, and we didn't have an understudy. I mean, nobody was understudying his part. He kind of critical part. So it was a shame. But lucky you guys got right in on the right show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lessons learned.
It was all meant to be.
Okay.
So, it is at this time that I want to share with you our Heart of Wisdom Covenant, and it is what we stand for as a center. And no more important than now. You know, every week that I read this, it seems like, oh, it's important this week. Oh, it's important this week.
Yeah.
It's important every week that we remind ourselves who we are and what we stand for. So if you would join me in reading our Heart of Wisdom Covenant. We stand firmly in the truth that every human being is a divine expression. Oh, is an expression of the divine. Sorry. We affirm that all people, regardless of race, nationality, gender identity, sexual orientation, economic status, ability, past actions, or beliefs, are inherently worthy of love, dignity, and respect. We commit to being love in action. We will respond to fear with faith, to hate with compassion, and to injustice with sacred action. We are the presence of peace. And so it is, people. And I will just add, I heard on the radio coming over here, and I don't get political up here, but I do, watch the news and everything. And people have cried out about our recent deportations and how they're being conducted and what's happening there. And there were protests around the country yesterday. And today, I heard it announced that the Immigration Department is putting a pause on going into people's workplaces and hospitals and courtrooms and places of worship and things like that. So while it isn't a complete reversal, it is evidence that we are being heard.
Yeah.
It's evidence that we're being heard. So yes, let's hear it for dignity and respect. All right. So, on that happy note, let's talk about what else we believe at the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. We choose to believe and practice 4 essential things. Number 1, we believe that love is all there is. Everything is a response to love, a call for love, a result of love, including your beautiful selves, our love in motion and in action. Number 2, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. All thoughts are things, and everything around you has been preceded by thought. This center, this service, this building, this congregation has all been preceded by thought. So we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe in this philosophy. Number 3, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete exactly as you are right now. Yes, even with those few extra pounds that you may be carrying around. And that I may be carrying around. With all the things and challenges that we have in life and all the changes that we want to make in life, we know that we go into life, into making those changes, into making those decisions as a whole, perfect, and complete person. That is what we are. We believe that about ourselves, and we believe that about each other. And number 4, we believe in a world that works for everyone. This is a world that operates, a universe that operates the same way that it always has, on love and law and cause and effect. And this philosophy is about learning those laws, learning those rules, and how we might bring about our good. So, and I skipped a slide. I'm realizing that now that I skipped a slide. But I'll do it just in case. If you can pop back. Yeah, we love that. Okay, so science of mind. What is science of mind? If you're joining us for the first time and you're curious about what we study here, science of mind is a spiritual philosophy that teaches the power of thought to shape our lives. It blends ancient wisdom, modern science, to affirm that there is one universal creative power, often called spirit or God, that works through our beliefs to create our experiences. Quite simply, there is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. So, moving on to my favorite time of the day, our Namaste time, where we get a chance to greet each other, and not only greet each other as human beings, but greet each other as spiritual beings, as spiritual, eternal beings, which each one of us is. So we do that with Namaste. Wonderful. And if we could just take a moment just to breathe in deeply and breathe in that love that we just experienced. And exhale it out into the universe. A world that needs it and that cherishes it. Thank you. So, to share with you our vision and mission and today's affirmation, let us welcome and say a hearty good morning to Dr. Dr. Deborah Taylor, our practitioner of the day. Good morning, Deborah.
You're tongue-tied this morning.
I know, I messed up.
Good morning, CSL. Why?
Because we love you.
We love you. La. Father's Day. What a great celebration and reminder of that masculine energy that has nurtured and continues to nurture us. So it is my pleasure and honor to share our vision and mission statements and affirmation today. So I'm going to read our vision statement, and then I'll invite you to speak it in your own words. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. So let's say that together. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. And in support of that vision, we have a very powerful mission. And our mission, and in this philosophy, we know that everything begins as an idea. It begins on the invisible side of life, and then it's manifested in our experience and in what we see and what we hear and all that. So I'm going to invite us to stand because we embody, the mission is an embodiment of our vision. So let's stand and embody that vision as we say, I will read our mission statement, and then I'll invite you to speak it forth in your own voice. So our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. So let's just step into that greatness right now as we say these words. Our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. So it is. So our affirmation, I'm going to invite you to just release the breath. And just allow the words to permeate your very being. I choose to love boldly, wisely, and faithfully. I father the world with strength of spirit and the steadiness of truth. So let's say that together. I choose to love boldly, wisely, and faithfully. I father the world with the strength of spirit and the steadiness of truth. And so it is. So I would like to invite our music director.
I think I've got the announcement.
You got the announcement.
And the Blue Rose has started a new season. We had some wonderful artists from Alaska recently that really just transformed my heart. They were so amazing. Erica is like batting 1,000 on this series, and this was a group that reached out to Erica through their agent. They're the Litch Brothers, and it says that they're the bluegrass music of the next generation. And it's going to be on Friday, June 20th, 7 p.m., and it's going to be outside in our backyard. And it's going to be late enough, I think it'll be, the weather should be really nice. And, you know, who doesn't like bluegrass? Come on. I mean, no, it's just like, it's one of those things, it's just sort of like, it's just a natural thing. And so please join us and support these young people as they express themselves with this wonderful genre.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. And so, as we enter into the more contemplative portion of today's service, please join me in singing Holy, Holy.
Holy, 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 Good morning.
Good morning.
We have 3 sacred readings this morning. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. And that's by Frederick Douglass. Being a father has been, without a doubt, my greatest source of achievement, pride, and inspiration. Fatherhood has taught me about unconditional love, reinforced the importance of giving back, and taught me how to be a better person. And that's by Naveen Chang. And our last by Ernest Holmes. You are the father of your thoughts, the creator of your experience. Let love and wisdom be the law of your being, and you shall walk in the light of peace. And that's from This Thing Called You. And Dr. Deborah will join us with the invocation.
I'm going to invite us to allow our breath to deepen itself in its own perfect rhyme and rhythm. Allowing that invisible stuff that we call air to be a metaphor for that invisible side of life that we may call God or Spirit. We may call it Wakantanka, Yam Yemaya, Shango, Shiva, Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, Mother Nature, Father Sky, Big Mama. By whatever name it is, that infinite presence, that love, that peace, that harmony, the beauty, the abundance, the joy. And so I stand in a place of gratitude. Of gratitude for all that is, for it's all God. And And so I am in gratitude for knowing that I am a divine emanation of that presence, that love. And this is the truth of each one here. Spirit beings, human beings, all one. And as we stand in this place of blessing this service, of blessing all who have prepared the space, of all who share their love, all who simply are in our lives, and all that pertain to those. And as that wave of love shines forth, it reaches all of creation, for we are all connected. And on this day of celebration of our fathers, I invite you to step into this poem. How do we forgive our fathers? Maybe in a dream. Do we forgive our fathers for leaving us too often or forever when we were little? Maybe for scaring us with unexpected rage or making us nervous because there never seemed to be any rage at all. Do we forgive our fathers for marrying or not marrying our mothers? For divorcing or not divorcing our mothers? And shall we forgive them for the excesses of warmth or coldness? Shall we forgive them for pushing or leaning? For shutting doors? For speaking through walls or never speaking or never being silent? Do we forgive our fathers in our age or theirs? Or in their deaths? Saying it to them or not saying it? If we forgive our fathers, what is left? And so as we stand in this place of allowing our hearts to open, of accepting the love that is there for us, the love that is here for us, the love that we radiate and emanate. We know that all is well. And so as we stand in this feeling tone, all is well, I release my word into the alchemy of love and law. It is well. And I invite you to join with me in anchoring this truth with the words from our African tradition, Ashe. The words from our Native American tradition, Aho. And the words from our Judeo-Christian Islamic traditions, Amen.
Amen.
And in the words of our Science of Mind tradition, and so it is.
So it is. could I fail to see you're the best part of me? This battle's already won. While you were growing up, I just kept showing up. I never had a clue. So I just did my part and opened up my heart. And guess what I found in there? Yes, it was you. Oh, what in the world did I do to be blessed with a child like you? Oh, what in the world did I do to be blessed with a child like you? And all I hope to see now is reality. You are so beautifully grown. All of your trials and pain you transferred into gain, turning your joy into joy. Now it amazes me, witnessing history unfolding before my own eyes. You are my progeny, my lasting legacy. It is like winning the ultimate prize. Oh, what in the world did I do to be blessed with a child like you? Oh, what in the world did I do to be blessed with a child like you? Why did I wait so long? And why did I wait so long to tell you this? So I just did my part and opened up my heart. Guess what I found in there? Yes, it was you. Oh, what in the world did I do to be blessed with a child like you? Oh, what in the world did I do to be blessed with a child like you? Like you.
Oh, what a beautiful song. I'm curious, do your kids fight over, hey, you wrote that about me?
Which one is that?
You just tell them all in private, it's about you. So, it is Father's Day. Yay! Hooray for fathers! Yes. And we're going to be celebrating all kinds of different fathers today. And just the idea of fatherhood. Oh, there's my notes. And so, where do I begin? Father's Day is a celebration of man at his best. Right? And we're celebrating fathers and we're thinking of who we're celebrating and what we're celebrating, you're celebrating fathers at their absolute best. And that's what I try to do as a father myself, is to give the best parts of myself. You know, I've got a lot of challenges. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect person, but I want to refine what I am and give it to my kids.
Happy birthday!
Yes, indeed. My best efforts, my best traits, my best judgment, my best advice. And when I think about fatherhood and I think about giving my best, I had to think about, you know, my own dad, who I've talked a little bit about him before today, and I really feel as though he gave the best of himself to me. He taught me practical things, like the difference between a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver. It's things that I needed to know. He taught me how to fish. He taught me how to mow and edge a lawn. Also very important, because that lawn's got to be, you know, take care of your stuff, take care of your property, have everything looking nice. And he also taught me how to clean a chicken bone. Man, that man could clean a bone. And it was probably because of his upbringing, because they didn't have a lot of money. They didn't have any money. So whatever food they got, they couldn't say, I'm done. You know, no, you eat that. You eat it all, and you clean your plate, and you don't know what is going to be on your plate next. So you got food there now, so eat now. And he taught me practical things when he would be, he'd be outside fixing the car, and he'd say, "Hey, Dave, come over here, look at this. Watch me, look what I'm doing." And I would look, and I didn't know what he was doing. You know, he would be explaining, yeah, he's taking this part off, he's doing this, he's wrenching that. It wasn't the mechanics of what he was doing that I was picking up. I was picking up a vibe from him. I was picking up a feeling from him, a desire to teach me how to do things in the world. And I was picking up a very low-key vibe of love. Back then it was kind of harsh. He was like, okay, do this, and then do this, and then twist this, and then turn that. And it was like, okay, yes, sir. I'm doing all the stuff. But underneath all of that is this love that he had for me, that he wanted to prepare me for life. And I really appreciate that. He also taught me how to be a man in this world, how to be a black man in this world, how to carry myself with dignity and respect, how to talk to people, how to listen. And he was a very large individual. When he got older, he was smaller. But when I was little, he was big. And he had these big, bold eyebrows, and he could be very intimidating. And so I never really saw him disrespected ever by anyone. But I did see him disrespected once, and it was a principal at my school. And actually, he was there for my brother. My brother was off the hook in school. He said what he wanted. He was like a complete, fully formed individual out of the womb. So no one could tell him what to do or anything. So he carried that attitude into school, and he really upset his teachers. And he really upset the principal, because and usually it's because he outwits them and he insults them, and they don't know what to do. So he was quite upset. He was yelling at my dad, and my dad said, "Hey, don't be yelling." Very quiet. You know, my dad he's dirty from working at the treatment plant. He comes in, he's got these big giant boots on, he's got his uniform on, he comes stomping in, and this teacher's like all yelling at him, this principal's yelling at him, he's like, "Hey, we're not gonna yell. I'm not gonna yell at you, you're not gonna yell at me." And he didn't threaten him. Overtly. He just said what was going to happen and what wasn't going to happen. And the principal complied with that vision that my dad had. And that was all that needed to be said. But I was there sitting, taking notes. And so I'm so grateful that I had that example that I could use, in my life as I grew up. But what if you did not have a dad? What if you had a terrible relationship with your father? What then? Where do you get all of the things that you need from a father if you don't have one there with you doing what's right? Well, that's the difficult thing about Father's Day. If you didn't have that great relationship, Father's Day can be a painful time of the year. But like everything, we can reframe Father's Day. We can expand Father's Day. Because even if you had a father that wasn't great, even if you had a father that wasn't there, you were still fathered. There were still people that fathered you, that exemplified these divine masculine traits and imparted them to you to help you learn and grow and become the person that you are today. And it's interesting that as wonderful as my dad was, and I respected him to the hilt, he didn't have a father. He was raised by his grandmother on a sharecropper's cabin. So he did not have a father in his life. His papa was a rolling stone. Okay, he rolled in and then he rolled right on out of there, and he left my grandmother with many children. And she had my father. He was the last one. He was the baby, and she said, "I can't, raise any more children." She went to her mom. She said, "Could you take him?" She said, "Yes, I'll take him," even though she didn't have anything. She was a sharecropper. And if you know anything about sharecropping, it is the biggest con in the world. It was set up by the government that you, as a black person, as a freed slave, as someone that needed to have something to do and have a livelihood, you would live on the owner's land, and you would work the land, and then you would take what you've sown and take it off to market, sell it, and then you and the owner and the landowner would split the earnings. Well, in order to do that, in order to work the land, you had to have plows, you had to have overalls, you had to have equipment, you had to have all of these things in order to work the land. So when it came time to turn in all of your cotton, and it came time for that split, the owner would get his split and then start tallying what you owe him. And amazingly enough, it would always be the exact amount that was your share. So you were never coming up in sharecropping. You were just working and everything just to eat, just to have a little bit of sustenance to make it to the next day so that you could continue working. So it was in this environment. She said, "Yes, I'll take him." So she took him. She's the one that taught him the power of love and loyalty. She's the one that made him an honorable person. She's the one that was his role model. And as such, he honored her by going off to the army and building her a house and to her specifications. And he was so proud to make the last payment on that house and to give that to her. But all of this happened without a father present, ever. And so what he learned from her and what he learned from society at large that also helped to father him, what he learned from the army that helped to father him, he grew into a great father without having a father. So that's how the divine masculine kind of sneaks in. It slipped in through his grandmother. It slipped in through the army. It slipped in through the people and friends and family that he met and all of these different ways that fathering slips in and sunk into him. So I just want to talk about the traits of the divine And then we're going to talk of the divine masculine, and then we're going to talk about how we can bring that out in our own lives. So there's 10, but I'm going to go through them really fast. Number 1 is presence. Grounded and fully engaged in the moment. You hold space without needing to fix or flee. And you show up consistently with calm strength. If you are doing any of these things, no matter if you're man, woman, non-binary, whatever it is you are, if you're doing this, you are exemplifying the divine masculine. Okay? Because we have the divine masculine and the divine feminine working in us at all times. And we talked about the divine feminine on Mother's Day, so now we get to talk about the divine masculine. So protection offers safety without control, defends values, loved ones, and the vulnerable, and creates emotional and energetic boundaries that foster growth. This is essential. This is essential to living and to growing and to learning. We have wisdom and discernment, listens deeply before acting, leads with insight, vision, and a long view, and sees through illusion and chooses truth. Every good leader that I've had, man or woman, has had this, has done this. Okay, they've listened deeply. And it turned my dad into a leader. He was a leader in work, he was a leader in the army, and he led throughout his life. And that's what people respond to, is that wisdom and discernment. Number 4, integrity. You walk the talk. You're aligned with your principles and values, and you live authentically even when it's hard. This also includes courage. Acts in the face of fear when necessary, takes responsibility even for past woundings or failings. And that's a huge one. Taking responsibility. It's funny how taking responsibility is listed under courage. Isn't it? There's nothing that I dislike more. Well, there's a few things that I probably dislike more. But nothing that I dislike more than a half-hearted apology.
Yes. Ooh, yes.
Hey, I'm sorry for that thing that happened.
My bad.
My bad.
My bad.
That's Heather's favorite.
I hate that.
I'm sorry that what I did made you feel that way. That's the worst one. I'm sorry you feel the way you do. That doesn't make me feel any better. What makes me feel better is when someone takes responsibility for what they did. When they say, I did this, this, and this. And for that, I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean, that goes a long way. Instead of saying, hey, you know, that thing that I did the other day, sorry about that. Oh, my bad. We are really afraid. Maybe it's because of our litigious society that we've got, but we're always in this position of not saying too much so that we don't get sued. And that's why public figures often give these weird little apologies that don't really say anything. Because if they did, then somebody's going to hear that and I might get sued. But this doesn't apply in every single facet of our lives, right? We're not worried about getting sued, you know, if we upset our best friend because we didn't show up at the birthday party. We can say, hey, you know what, I didn't show up. I know you planned for me to be there. I know that I said I was going to be there. I am really sorry that I wasn't there. That is so difficult to do for some people, but it is really cherished when it happens. Number 6, purpose and direction. Offers structure and focus, guides others with clarity and inspiration, and brings order to chaos, not through domination, but through vision. Brings order to chaos. Stability and steadfastness, emotional stability, a rock for others in times of crisis, and holds the container for transformation. And I know some people here are rocks. Are there any rocks in here? Ooh, nobody cops to being a rock. Heather raised her hand. Oh, and not knowing Stephanie copped to being a rock.
Yes.
I can be a bit of a rock. You know, I kind of like being that person that everybody's running around like crazy, and being that person that say, "Hey, everybody, let's settle down. It's cool." That person is needed, and when that person is needed, you know it, right? Because everything's going wrong. So I enjoy being that person, but that is also the divine masculine. Accountability. Takes ownership of choices and impact, encourages others to do the same, and cultivates mature and responsible leadership. Supportive action takes inspired, purposeful action rather than impulsive reaction. Builds and provides without ego attachment. That's a huge thing. And it lifts others up by helping them to stand on their own and not doing it for them. And lastly, sacred service. They use their power to serve rather than dominate. They use their power to serve rather than dominate. They're willing to be in the background so that others can shine, and they channel love into the world through their deeds, through what they do. So this is the divine masculine. And if you guys identify with any of this stuff, no matter who you are, that is the divine masculine in you. And so that leads me to our home play. In our home play, we're going to bring out this divine masculine. And there's a few different ways that we can do that. And first of all, are you guys down with the divine masculine?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see how some of this stuff is alive in you a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because I know you guys pretty well. And I've seen these traits in many of you, regardless of who you are. I've seen these things emerge in you quite naturally, actually. So, for our home play, first thing we're going to do before we get into the home plate is we're going to remember that we're always being watched. We're always being watched. When I go someplace with my dad, no matter where we went, I would always be kind of watching him, watching what he's doing, watching how he's moving, watching how he's talking, who he's talking to, the ease at which he talked. I'm watching everything, right? Because I was a child. But I noticed, as I'm an adult, I'm still watching. I'm watching people. I come into a room and I watch how people are reacting. I watch how people are interacting with each other. I'm picking up cues. I'm figuring out how to be in this space. You know? How are people greeting each other? What are they doing? What's the energy like? I'm always watching and learning from people. And I think that we are always doing that. We're always picking things up, picking up energy from people, picking up little traits from people, and paying attention to what people are doing, and picking that up and internalizing it. We're always doing that with each other. So remember that no matter where you are, people are learning from you. People are absorbing your energy. People are picking up on what you're putting down. So, with that in mind, number one, pause and stand in presence. When something's going on, just take a deep breath. Choose to feel and be fully present in the moment. And not let yourself get carried away or reacted. And you hold a space for others to be calm at the same time. Very difficult, but a mantra you can use is, I'm here, I'm grounded, I choose to hold steady. Number 2, lead with loving responsibility. Ask what needs care, guidance, and structure right now. And then help. It could be your knitting club. It could be your spiritual center. Who knows? But lead with loving responsibility. Protect with compassion and not control. Protect with compassion. Divine masculine energy protects the sacred without needing to possess it. Offer structure where there's confusion, help others prioritize, plan, or stabilize, and support others in finding their own way without doing it for them. And lastly, number 6, serve a larger vision. Divine masculine energy serves something greater than ego. It serves the soul. Be in service to something sacred, a relationship, a community, a project, a principle. Whatever you hold sacred, serve it. Breathe your life and energy into it. Ask how your strength or guidance might help uplift others without diminishing them. And a practice to this is to say, I offer my strength to love. I serve from spirit. So, I didn't click those last 2. So this is it. This is our home play. Yeah, this is it, huh? Jeez, it's a lot. But be cognizant of the impact that you're making in the world. No matter who you are, no matter who you think you are, no matter how small you think you are, you're affecting the world in major, massive ways with everything that you do. On the way home, you might pass 100 people. How are you going to leave them? What energy are you going to share with them? How are you going to bring your beautiful, wonderful selves out into the world, the feminine and the masculine, to lift this world up? So, let's take that into prayer. So first of all, you guys with me?
Yes.
Yeah? Going to bring in some divine masculine into this world. You're going to let it out and affect the world.
Yes.
All right. I believe you. So let's take that into prayer. Let's go inside to that place of peace. That place of connection, that place of love, that place of blessed assurance, that place where there is no doubt of who we are and what we are. That place of connection to spirit. That place of oneness. And it's from this place that we declare that there is one. One life, one love, one spirit, one God, one existence. And as there is only this one, then we must be part of it. I must be part of it. You must be part of the one. The one infinite existence. The infinite good is running through your veins right now, surrounding you, uplifting you, embracing you, informing you, blessing you. And this one is eternal. It is eternal love. It is eternal light. And so as it is infinite and eternal, it shines on everyone and everything. It shines in the places that we know and recognize, and it shines in the places that we don't. It is a fact that we are surrounded by God at all times. We are surrounded by good at all times. And as we are one, we can be good for each other. For those of us who don't see that, those of us who don't experience that, those of us that have a hard time embodying that, we can show them the good in our lives as we express our lives. As we teach, as we learn, as we relate to each other. In everything we do, in traffic, in politics, in all of our challenging areas. The first thing that we can always do is recognize the divinity within each other and salute and respect that. And so, I'm grateful to know this. I'm grateful to know that I have this power. I'm grateful to proclaim it. I'm grateful to revel in it. And I'm grateful to know that as I believe, so it is done unto me. And so I will see proof of this connection. I will enjoy the fruits of our oneness. And as this is true for me, and I know that it's true for me, I know that it's true for each and every person here. Each and every person walking this planet is enveloped and embraced in the love of God. And so, I release these words knowing that they're true and done. Knowing that they're acted upon by a loving universe. And I release these words with those blessed words. And so it is.
This next song is it's one of my favorite songs. Yeah, and actually I have it listed up there as Crosby, Stills and Nash, who did perform it. But as I'm looking at my music, it says words and music by Graham Nash. So he's responsible for this beautiful song.
That you can live
they told you you would die, so just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. Tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They seek the truth before they can die. Oh, teach your parents well. There's children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams. The one they pick is the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. Know they love you. And know they love you.
Oh, thank you, Billy. Oh. So, we are a center that observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing. We call it conscious, committed, and structured giving, and there are many ways to give and many ways to expand your abundance consciousness. We give of our talents through participation, we give of our treasure through financial donations, and we give of our we give our talents, we give our... It has been a morning for me, people. I have not told you half of the things that were going on this morning, so please bear with me.
You get a break because you're a dad.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. I get a dad's exception. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me of that. So I'll start again. We give of our time through volunteering, we give of our talents through participation, and we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and to live their inherent greatness. And we have a tithing partner every month, every quarter. And our tithing partner this quarter is Capital Therapy Dogs. We've been talking about them for a couple of months now. And what they do is they license people and their dogs to go into high-stress situations and to relieve that stress. And who hasn't had their stress relieved by a little puppy or by a dog? Okay, yes, that's part of the blessing that they are in our lives. So these folks are also a blessing, so we're helping them out a little bit with a portion of our tithe for this quarter. And there are many ways to give, and I'm going to share those with you now. You can text to give to the number that's on your screen. You can visit our website at cslyolo.org. Or you can send a good old-fashioned check or a money order to the address that's on your screen and just make that out to CSL Yolo, and it will get to where it's supposed to go. So now that we know why we give and we know how to give, let us enter into that divine, that sacred consciousness of divine abundance. And I ask you to place your hand over your heart, symbolizing that vibrational energy of circulation, and say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Today, I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well. We bless and release these gifts to do their work of proclaiming the good news that all is well. As we have freely given according to the law of circulation, it returns to us full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks, we let it be so, and so it is. And we have a greeting for our children, the children that are headed this way and the children that are nestled deeply within our hearts. We want to say together, we love you. We're here for you. And we're so glad you're here. All right. We also believe in the power of connection in this center. What does that mean? That means that we believe that we are connected, unbreakably connected to Spirit. And we're also unbreakably connected to each other. And that connection has power. And we exercise that power through prayer. So if you find yourself in need of prayer, please let us know so that we can pray for you and we can see God moving through your activities and moving through everything that you're doing right now. It's what we love to do. It's what we're trained to do. And so please call upon us. Practitioners, raise your hand that you're here. Please call upon us at any moment. If you would like to alternately leave us a prayer request, you can leave a prayer request in the back. In the prayer box back there, it will be gone through and prayed on all week by prayer practitioners. Oh, and if you're online, you can drop us an email. Just visit our website, cslyolo.org, and go to the practitioners portion of the page and leave us a message there. And only practitioners will look at those prayer requests. So now you have no excuse but to get prayer if you need it. Lastly, we have fellowship time. After the service, we've got goodies down there. We've got coffee and tea and fellowship and fun and good stuff down there. So please visit us downstairs in the fellowship hall after the service. And all of that happens after the closing song and benediction, which happened now.
All righty. Let's stand and sing God is good.
That you are. And always remember that God loves you And so it is.